Hi, I'm in the middle of recording update videos for my read-alongs, first for Lord of the Rings, and now for the Iliad. So last night I managed to read 3 chapters or books of the Iliad, so now I'm up to book 6. So I'm really happy with how fast I'm getting through it here. And a lot has happened. But in another sense, not a lot has happened at all, because we left the status quo of the Greeks and Trojans fighting each other, and we took this long, circuitous route back around to the Greeks and Trojans fighting each other. It all started with both sides realizing, hey, after 10 years of war, we've learned that this sucks, actually. So why don't we finish things up with a 1 versus 1 fight to the death between Menelaus, the Greek, and Paris, the Trojan. And I was just wondering, why on earth didn't you guys figure you should do this at the start of the war? And then it started to hit me what's going on here. The Iliad is trying to use its span of a few weeks at the end of the conflict as a microcosm for the entire conflict. For example, the first couple chapters covered this fight between Achilles and Agamemnon over the possession of this slave woman. Just like the entire war is being fought over Helen of Troy, and now we've got this fight to the death, which traditionally is supposed to be fought at the start of the war, but yeah, so I have to assume that this pattern of echoing the entire span of the war is going to continue here. But anyway, Paris got his ass handed to him and fled the battle. I guess Homer really wants the Trojans to come across like sneaky cowards. And the Trojans, though, are so fed up with the war and with Paris that they decide, hey, you guys win, we're done, so we're just going to settle up, there's going to be a truce, and we'll be right back. But the gods haven't had enough bloodshed yet, so Hera and Athena want to see Troy absolutely destroyed, take no prisoners, whatever. So they manipulate Trojan to breaking the truce by shooting Menelaus with an arrow, and then the Greeks get right back into fighting the Trojans. And this is where I realized I'm probably not going to like the Iliad as much as I like the Odyssey, because if it's just going to be wall-to-wall fighting, then it's going to be a pretty intimidating thing to get through, because with these ancient poems, fighting is basically, this guy did this guy was killed by this guy, with these short backstories to every character that's being killed or doing the killing. But there are some highlights within that. Diomedes is a badass. Not only is he kicking the asses of so many Trojans, but any god that happens to stand up on the Trojans' behalf is also getting their ass handed to him by Diomedes. So there are some highlights, but overall it's a pretty intimidating read so far.